Peace. Back with part 4. Moving on. Jay-Z's Hard Knock Life Volume 2. This to me is one of Jay-Z's best albums in my opinion. And for those that know me personally, I'm not the biggest Jay-Z fan, but I gotta give it to him, man. Like, he's like one of the illest lyricists of all time. But I'm a fan of the old Jay-Z from the 90s, man, when he was clever with his wordplay. Nowadays, like, I kind of feel like Jay-Z is kind of lazy with. I mean, he still got it, but I don't know, man. Like, it's not hit me like it used to be, man. Like, he's just clever with the wordplay, man. Like, the beats that he would use. Like, I just feel like a lot of people that are Jay-Z fanatics, like, they'll just, eat everything up just because he's Jay-Z. And nah, that's bullshit. Like, I'm a big Nas fan, but I feel like a lot of the shit that he's been coming out lately is crap. Is bullshit. Like, I'm a fan, but I'm an honest fan. I'm not a dick rider like most people. But this album, Reasonable Doubt, but I didn't like Volume 1 because I thought that was kind of like when he was trying to go commercial and shit like that. Volume 3 was pretty good, and I actually like Dynasty. I thought that was like, even though it had like a lot of filler, but it had some hot joints too, and Blueprint. And I think those albums were like the only albums I like. Pretty much, Jay-Z from like 1993 to 2001 was my favorite, Jay-Z that I like. You know what I mean? Volume 2, Hard Knock Life, Jay-Z, 1998, Shadows in Collection. Now you got this Dr. Dre, Back in the Day. This is pretty rare. I got this actually at a where did I get it at? Some thrift store that was like around my way, but it closed down years ago. Like 6 years ago, that was around my way. This is not your typical Dr. Dre. This is Dr. Dre like when he was with Wrecking Crew. I know if you guys know about Dr. Dre from back in the 80s, this was pre NWA. This is like around 80s, like 85, 86. Well, this is like a compilation album that he did. So unless you're a fan of Dr. Dre, I wouldn't even copy it. If you could find it, you have to be a fan of him just to really appreciate this. Dr. Dre, Back in the Day. This was released in 1996. Okay, next album, Paris, Sleeping with the Enemy. This was released in 1992. For those who don't know who Paris is an MC from Oakland, California. He got his start back in 1989, 1990. His first album was The Devil Made Me Do It. It was a critically acclaimed album. I feel like he's a very overlooked artist. He's pretty dope. How I found out about Paris was I was watching the movie Strapped. For all my hip hop heads that know about that movie Strapped, that came out in 1993 with Federal Star and Bokeem Woodbine, that know about that movie, they was playing the song Days of Old, which is actually a single of this album too. Notable singles is that song Days of Old and Asada Song and Bush Killer, if I'm not mistaken. Pretty solid album. I think to me this is his best album in my opinion. Gorilla Funk was okay, but it kind of got really too G-Funk for me. Like, I wasn't really. I mean, I like G-Funk hip hop, but I don't know. It was too West Coast for me, in my opinion. But this album is pretty solid. It's a pretty good album. If you're a fan of like Public Enemy, like if you're a fan of like Public Enemy, like Black nationalist hip hop, if you want to say, this is an album for you. Pretty dope. One of my all-time favorite albums, Royal Flush's Ghetto Millionaire. For those who don't know Royal Flush, he's an MC from Flushing, Queens, just like Mike Geronimo. He's actually friends with Mike Geronimo. I think they went to high school together. And a notable fact about Royal Flush, he's actually I think he's Capone's cousin or Noriega's cousin or whatever. He's one of their cousins. I forgot which one, but he's known for songs like Worldwide that came out in 1996. He's known for Moving On Your Weak Production that also came out in 1996. I think that was his first single. Then he came out with Rotten Apple, which is not on this album, which I don't know why that's not on this album. Ice Down Medallions, which they have a video for. It was a pretty solid album. It was a classic album. If you could find it, go cop it. Don't hesitate it. Don't hesitate in buying it. I could listen to this whole album without skipping a track. This is Queens to its core. Like if you put this album on, it just reminds you of Queens so much. Like the shit that he's talking about, you could relate to it. You know what I mean? Like you could relate to it, especially if you're from Queens. Royal Flush, Ghetto Millionaire, 1997. Go cop this if you can find it. I know this is not a hip hop album. It has hip hop elements to it, but I thought this would be appropriate for this title. Vicious, Destination Brooklyn. He's a reggae artist from Brooklyn, of Jamaican descent. Definitely a classic album. You should definitely have it in your collection. Any hip hop head, if you're a fan of music, especially dancehall, especially in the '90s, like I am, definitely should be in your collection. Notable songs are Freaks, The Glock, Nika, or Nika, or however you say that shit. Life of a Shorty with Shaheem. It's a pretty solid album. I got it at that place Specs that I told you guys back in, I think, in part 3 and the other review that I did. They got a video for Freaks and also The Glock. If you go on YouTube, you could pretty much check it out. Type Low Vicious and then it should pop up. Pretty solid album. Destination Brooklyn, 1984. Lauryn Hill's debut album, Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. This album is a solid album. This is a classic. This is a must-have in everybody's collection. Even if you're not a fan of hip hop or whatever, you should have this album. No pun. I shouldn't have to say anything. Just buy this fucking album. Okay? That's all I gotta say. Buy this album. Last but not least, Artifact's second album and the last album they ever did together. This is a pretty dope album. Very overlooked group in general, in my opinion. Elder Sensei, Tame One, even though they're still doing shit in the underground, but I feel like they should come out with another album. Pretty solid album. Singles that this song is known for is The Ultimate. I think The Ultimate is like the only single off this album, and It's Getting Hot. And DJ Spinner did a remix to that song, which is pretty dope too. It's a pretty solid album. If you're a fan of Artifacts, if you're a fan of Boom Bap album, you'll definitely like this. If you like the first album, Between a Rock and a Hard Place, you would definitely like this album. So I don't know, man. It's like it's hard to choose which one is better. You know what I mean? But pretty solid album. You would like this album. Artifacts. That's them. Pretty solid album. And that's it for today. I have more albums, but I'll do that another day. I just thought I'd do something different. Let me know what you think. Post the comments there. Don't just like it. I want to see comments. You know what I mean? What albums did you like? What albums didn't you like? And why? I want to see insight. I want to see what you guys think. Let's make this interesting. Hope you have a good day. Peace.